Yo guys, how's it going? Welcome back to this channel. So in today's video we're playing more of Doom the Dark Ages on PC, running with my overclocked MSI Vanguard RTX 5980 graphics card and Ryzen 9 9950X 3D CPU. So first, as always, I'll start off with showing you the graphics settings really quickly. So currently we are running a resolution of 3040 by 2160 on my 4K 144Hz display. Film grain and chromatic aberration are turned off. We have 100% field of view. DLSS resolution set to quality mode, so 1440p render resolution. We will try out DLSS frame generation a little bit later in the video. We are running the path tracing features, which are all fully maxed out settings, so ray path tracing and DLSS ray reconstruction, which are very heavy expensive effects to run. Ultra Nightmare graphics options with a 4096 maxed out texture pool size. And yeah, so fully maxed out settings. Decided to come back to this title. We'll be playing it with the path tracing mode, which is obviously going to be more heavy, and we'll see how everything runs and plays. But enjoy, guys. Reset the afterburner. Got to figure out what the button combination is. I haven't played this in a while, guys. Forgive me. Get to the dragon den. I need to get up there somehow. Now we're getting somewhere. Got it, guys. A little bit trial and error, but we got through it.
This attack on the barracks is a diversion. My father will need help. Ensign, mobilize the Slayer's dragon. Marking the Slayer's HUD now.
Sure I could break through there. I figure out the combination. Yeah, I haven't played in a while, guys, so I'm a little bit off on the controls here. But I do like this environment. It is pretty big open world here. Got these flying skulls, which I so remember from the other Dooms. I gotta... How do I do this again? Somehow I gotta figure out how to get across there. Looks like we got something here. Before I go there, let's make sure I didn't leave anything behind. Nothing else there. But yeah, forgive me guys, I'm a little bit rusty. I guess when you go from Doom Eternal and some of these other games that I play, you get a little bit flustered with the controls here. But yeah, this plays a whole lot different than Doom Eternal. Well, that's good. I got that. That's one thing I wanted to get. So that's one accomplishment. Now the next task is to get across this gap. I gotta figure out what the button combination is. So I can't just fall. Or better yet, how do I get back to where I was before up there? Yeah, I don't know, guys. I knew I could break through there. I could tell. I gotta get those mouse combinations down. And now we gotta figure out how to cross this here. Yeah, I gotta figure that out. I did it earlier when I was at that earlier level. Got it. Again, trial and error, guys. Slay some demons. It's burned to hell, though. Yeah, my GPU memory temperature, I've never seen it get that high. It goes to show you how heavy this path tracing feature is. It's so heavy to run. On this title. Died, damn. Yeah, some people say this is easier than Doom Eternal, but I don't know, man. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult, maybe because it's a little bit different how it plays. Some of these enemies are just relentless. Literally just crazy. Got him down. For me, it's trying to get the combinations of the shield, parry, and being on the offense. It's a whole lot different from Doom Eternal, obviously. I'm dead, guys. It looks like 4K with DLSS quality mode, we average 68 FPS, 1% low at 53, max FPS 82. Wow, it's gonna make me start all the way over. That's crazy. It's pretty relentless. Alright, so let's enable DLSS quality mode. I'm not gonna do too advanced with the settings here. I'm just gonna use 4K. So we'll do 4K DLSS quality mode with frame generation. Apply that setting, reset the afterburner. And then obviously when you use frame generation, your 1% lows will get lower. But we'll see what kind of FPS we can maintain here.
Mobilize the Slayer's dragon.
I don't think I'm going to go through that whole ordeal again, so I'll just try to play up until that point of the last video. And then we'll see what kind of FPS we get with frame generation. Yeah, that's my takeaway with frame generation is you're going to get 1% lows a lot lower on these heavier titles. So it's kind of a hit or miss sometimes. You're going to get good performance. Alright, let's try this again. See, it's all about using your abilities more efficiently. It's just a matter of timing everything right. Sometimes I get it down, sometimes I don't. But it feels like I'm doing better this time. I just hate these big ass monsters. Sometimes they're a pain in the ass. But yeah, I'm definitely doing better this time. Not a big fan of that weapon for some reason. It just feels so slow. Powerful, but it's not very effective sometimes. Damn. This guy won't die. Crazy. Is that it, guys? That was quite a slay. So it looks like 4K with DLSS quality mode. Again, higher FPS average, but those 1% lows are just piss poor. 43 with the max FPS of 123. So that's why I'm just not a huge fan of using frame generation. Alright, so now let's try one last setting here. Let's turn off frame generation. So let's turn this crap off. I'm not a fan of frame generation, I just have to admit it, even though it is a nice technology. And let's try balanced mode. Let's see what kind of FPS we go with that. Reset the afterburner. I think that may be a better setting to play at. Take a little bit less load off the GPU here. What do we got? Almost fell there. But yeah, I do think this DLSS balance mode is a better setting to run the game at, I think. Feels like it's running a whole lot better now. Almost died there, guys. But yeah, for me, I'm so adapted to Doom Eternal that sometimes when playing this, I'm just not getting the controls right. You see a little of ray trace reflections here in this puddle. I'm trying to appreciate the ray tracing effects too, but it's hard to focus when you're so in this combat mode, you know? Damn, he's like a super... got a super shield or something. A lot more harder to get that one destroyed there. Alright, so it looks like 4K with balance mode, which I think would be a better setting. We seem to be averaging 75 FPS, 1% low setting at 62, and a max FPS of 120. The 120 must be a spike though, I'm assuming. I'm trying to see if I can see the reflections here. Yeah, there are some ray traced effects there. Anyways, I don't want to make this video too long. There's two things I wanted to test to see how high the memory temperatures will get at a higher GPU load. And I just wanted to come back to this title, see if I can make some progress. But yeah, I still need more practice to get better at the gameplay mechanics of this title. But if you did enjoy the video either way, do give this video a like. Want to see more content like this, more RTX 5090 game benchmarks, along with my Ryzen 9 and 50X3D CPU. Feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Appreciate all the support. And again, that brings you Doom the Dark Ages on PC. And thanks for watching. See you guys for another video of benchmarks soon enough. Later, guys. Peace out.